Do you have any idea what Jesus put in these bags? Huh. Maybe we'll find out. So how you doing? Good. You know, Fred's grandpa, every Sunday, oh, by the way, how's things in Texas? Good? Good. Remember 2 years ago when we hardly had anybody in church and you were the only one here for the sermon? Yeah. Now you got some company. Obviously your brother's not all that excited about being here. But anyway, Fred's grandpa, every Sunday, he comes to church early, and he stands right next to the American flag and the Ukrainian flag. And he prays for the people in Ukraine. Because it's hard to be in Ukraine. Because that other country is being mean to them and bombing them and taking things away. And so and a lot of the kids from the church would come and pray with them. So this morning I come here and Fred's grandpa is praying by the flags for Ukraine, and there's nobody here. And he says, "Where is everybody?" Well, one of the kids gets up and says, "Grandpa Fred, we're just afraid. I mean, we see what's happening to the kids in Ukraine, and it scares us, and we don't want to get hurt, and so we're just staying in this fear bucket here. We don't want to come out." And Fred said, "You don't have to be afraid because we live in a country that loves you." Well, luckily, did you notice that Jesus has been hanging out at our church the last 2 or 3 weeks? Not for long, because he has to see the Methodists and the Baptists and the Catholics and everybody else, But he was here, and Jesus comes over with a couple of bags. And Jesus, sometimes I like to have fun with you guys. And I know you're afraid, and so I've got something for you. Ukrainian soap. You don't get this down the block. I'm sorry. And I probably only have one per family because I found these and there weren't many, but I bought them all. But it's yellow and blue. And Jesus says, maybe if you take this home and put it by your bathtub in your shower, it'll wash your fear away. And Jesus just kind of smiled, and the kids kind of smiled, and maybe that can happen. And so I have a few bars of Ukrainian soap. I mean, this is not dollar store stuff. This is like a pretty fancy craft show I got these at. So what I want to do is I have one for your family, okay? This is kind of a family gift. I have one for your family. I have one for your family. And I have one for your family. And I have one for your family. Wow. And I guess I only have 2 left, right? Who has the biggest family? You got 3? You got 2. All right, here. And who else has 3 in their family? You have 3 in your family? Okay. I'm going to try to find some more, okay? Now, what you need to do, though, is get into this bucket here, and there's a bunch of people that are afraid. And so you need to take a friend with you and take them home and try to help them not be afraid, okay? Yeah. And if you take your time, and you can always come back and trade later, okay? So just take somebody with you now. So, yeah. And maybe by talking to them and praying with them and, I don't know, taking a shower, you can wash your fear away, okay? You got it? Okay? And you can come back later and pick through it too, okay? In the meantime, we're going to continue with our next